One day, my father had gone out to work. That man came over and told my mom, "I need you to fulfill my wish." She agreed to whatever he asked. He had already proposed this idea before. He said, "I want to spend a night with you, but I don't want anyone to know about it." My mother used to hate him, but he had already lent us so much money. Even her anger would subside. As soon as he offered her money, she accepted his proposal. On that particular day, my mother didn't even argue with him. She prepared food for him and spent the night with him. When my dad arrived home late at night, she went to him and begged, "Please let me go to my parents' house. I can't breathe properly. You know I am pregnant and have suffered enough. I can't handle it anymore. You should let me go now." I don't know what she said to my father, but when my father entered the house, his face turned pale. He didn't even bother to change his clothes. He immediately left the house with my mom and returned after an hour. He didn't even look back to see if I was awake or asleep. The way they talked when they met outside was heartbreaking for me. He was speaking loudly. I was afraid he might wake up. I hid under the blanket. After a while, they came inside and they both looked sad. My father was rubbing my mother's shoulders. The two of them slept on the same bed, but they never touched each other. In fact, even after I got married, they never slept together. My mother had never lied to my father, but that night she lied to him. She told him she wasn't pregnant, but her stomach was hurting. I could hear them arguing. I pretended to be asleep. My father often worked late at night, so I wasn't surprised, but I could hear my mother crying. When my father left early in the morning, my mother told me, "If your father ever tells you about me, you should keep everything hidden from him. You should live your life like an obedient girl and never reveal my pregnancy. Otherwise, I don't know what he would do." I had no idea what was going on, but I believed my mother. I would hug her and tell her to stop crying. She would say, "Stop it, you little thing. Your father would get angry if he heard you talking to me like this. You should behave like a young girl and not ask questions." After 2 months, my mother became very weak and told me to hide her as she did. I didn't feel like my father seeing her condition. When my father arrived home one evening, he didn't even notice my mother's swollen belly. Years passed, and my mother kept telling me to stay away from her. She was so frightened that my father would find out about me. Unfortunately, the person she had spent the night with was none other than my father's brother. This was the reason she constantly asked my father for money. It seems he had married someone else, but they were having an affair for a long time. Their affair resulted in me. My mother was only 18 years old when she gave birth to me. She raised me for 18 years, hiding her pregnancy. She taught me morals, religion, and the duties of a daughter, but she was unable to teach me how to be a human. I always considered her the best mother in the world. My father was very religious. He would always offer prayers in time and was very strict about his daily rituals. Even when he was angry, his anger never reached me. He never raised his hand against me, nor did he ever yell at me. I loved my father very much. However, my mother's constant lying created a sense of fear within me, which I expressed to my sister. My aunt once said, "She who tells lies is ultimately trapped by her own lies." Look at our mother. Despite having us, she never revealed her pregnancy, but look at her now. She can no longer conceal it. She has become so frail that she can't even stand up. I was very afraid. I thought my mother might be caught, but she always warned me, "Don't worry, your father will never know, nor will anyone else. He treats me as his own wife, so there's no need for concern." For 3 years, my mother lived with the burden of her lies. During that time, she grew weaker and weaker. She could barely walk. I'll never forget the day she passed away. I was only 16 years old. That day, I saw my father crying. To this day, I wonder if he cried because he lost his wife or his sister. The first time I saw my father cry was when my mother passed away. His brother had fled. He had no interest in marrying my mother or accepting me as his daughter. When he learned about my mother's death, he didn't even attend her funeral. Everyone advised my father to marry again. He didn't do it immediately. I was only 17 years old when I completed my education and started working. My father was a widower for 7 years. One day he told me, "Your mother was my sister. I treated her like my wife. I wasn't aware that she was involved with someone else. Your uncle, who is her lover, has now come to apologize to me. He claims he wants to marry her and accept you as his daughter. But I told him that you are my daughter and you will remain so till death parts us. He has no claim to you." Then my father said something I'll never forget. He told me, "Even if I weren't your father, I would have accepted you as my daughter. Nothing in the world could have changed that. By marrying your mother, I had made a promise to her. That promise was eternal, even beyond life. My father had spoken, and I knew he would keep his word. I didn't even allow my uncle to enter our house. I didn't want to be related to him in any way. My father, who was extremely religious, never married again. He was a devout Muslim, and so was I. Every day he would remind me of the importance of praying on time. My father would tell me to always remain fearful of God and stay away from haram things. And despite being a hafiza of the Quran, I committed a great sin. I am afraid to even admit my mistake. But I am curious. Did I commit a sin by choosing this path? Did I truly do the wrong thing by doing it? Or was it the other party that committed the sin, leaving me without a choice? Maybe it's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. You must have read the comments. People say I'm guilty. Is there anything I can do to prove that I'm innocent? Otherwise, I don't deserve this child. Such a baby was never destined for me. Therefore, I can't accept it. It's not that I'm not ready to raise a child, but it's just that I'm not deserving of this child. This child's birth has completely scattered my life. If I am guilty, I deserve this punishment. But if I'm innocent, who did I harm by killing the culprit? Who did I harm by taking revenge? Who did I harm by seeking justice? Today, when I look at my child, I don't know what to do. What should I do? Should I accept this child or not? What do you think? Do I deserve it? Or did I do something wrong by killing that person? But people aren't ready to understand. They say I'm guilty. Help me. What did I do wrong? Tell me in the comments. Was I wrong or right? Friends, that's enough for today. Thank you very much for listening to my story. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye. Take care of yourself and remember God.